Edison Invention Contest, Lily Bullowa and Adia Bullowa.
Thomas Edison is an American inventor who is known for his imagination, hard work, and creativity. Edison was born in 1847 in Milan, Ohio. His family physician thought that his head looked bigger than normal and told his worried parents that he might have brain fever.
Growing up, he was felt to be a mischievous and half-witted boy who lacked common sense. During his early years, he accidentally set his family's barn on fire, completely destroying it, and didn't notice that a friend he was swimming with drowned.
Young Thomas loved to visit the local flour mill that was powered by an amazing new invention, the steam engine. He was fascinated with Sam Winchester, the mill's owner, who was known as the Mad Miller of Milan, because he was constantly working on inventions and experiments. In hopes of giving his family more opportunity, Edison's father moved the family to Port Huron, Michigan.
Edison was a genius, but surprisingly, he didn't do well in school. He found memorizing and repeating facts boring. Fortunately for the world, his mother recognized his genius and decided to teach him at home. She encouraged him to experiment and explore the world.
His favorite book was Parker's Philosophy, which included information on steam engines, batteries, electricity, and how the telegraph worked. Edison taught himself Morse code and developed a passion for the study of electricity.
Edison became very proficient in Morse code, and his next years were spent in different towns as a telegraph operator.
He was paid well and was able to purchase many supplies for his experiments.
He eventually moved to Boston because it was a center of electrical experimentation.
He earned enough money to continue working on his inventions, and in 1868 he received his first patent for an electric vote machine recording. Unfortunately, he found that no one was interested in purchasing or using it.
From this failure, he learned a valuable lesson. Edison decided he would identify problems and then find solutions to fix them. He would not invent unless he was solving a problem or bettering a situation.
Edison's next move was to New York City, where he partnered with Frank Pope, an electrical engineer. They worked on electrical and scientific inventions.
Eventually, this partnership was dissolved, and Edison got a job for Western Union and received $40,000 for inventing a device that improved the stock ticker.
In 1871, Edison was 24. He used the money from the stock ticker invention to start a company in Newark, New Jersey. He purchased equipment and hired employees.
He also started courting the woman who would become his wife, Mary Stilwell. It is said that they communicated using Morse code and nicknamed their first two children Dash and Dot. Thomas had been working on improving the efficiency of telegraphs for years. He realized that telegraphs were greatly limited because they could send only one message at a time. After much hard work and multiple attempts, he successfully invented a telegraph that could send multiple messages at a time. He named this the quadruplex and was able to send messages over 4 telegraph wires at once. This saved telegraph companies millions of dollars and made Edison a great deal of money to use on his future projects. In 1874, Thomas decided to build a research factory. Edison purchased land in Menlo Park, New Jersey, where he opened a laboratory that was an invention factory. His lab was stocked with tools, machines, more than 2,500 bottles of chemicals, books, a steam engine, a dark room, and the brightest minds, all devoted to building and inventing.
In the factory, men worked together and were inspired to create some of the greatest inventions of the modern world.
The light bulb, the phonograph, and the kinetoscope were some of the inventions to come from Menlo Park. The factory was known as Science Village and serves the basis for research laboratories today. Edison said the days he spent in Menlo Park were very happy ones.
Not all of Edison's inventions, however, were successful. Most people have forgotten about his failures. Although considered failures, many of these were ideas that were just ahead of their time, like the Edison Home Service Club, which was just like a Netflix service, and the talking doll. Some of his failures were later remodeled by future inventors.
Thomas Edison continues to be an inspiration to all. If he were alive today, he would most certainly be tackling issues like global warming and the need for new renewable energy. He recognized the need for research and development of alternative energy long before most people realized its importance. He would be excited to share his ideas and experiences with modern inventors and entrepreneurs. He might be in a partnership with Elon Musk working on the Tesla electric car and Dragon rocket. He would probably be designing a better wind turbine and solar panel.
As Thomas Edison said, I'd put my money on the sun and solar energy. What a source of power. I hope we don't have to wait till oil and coal run out before we tackle that. I wish I had more years left.